Next concept under mutual fund is classification of mutual funds. So, schemes of mutual funds are further divided into three aspects. One is based on execution or operation. Second, based on investment or objective. It is also called as portfolio based classification. Third, based on geographic. So, it is further divided into subcategories. We will look after them one by one. Based on operation in the sense how it works or how it executes. ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ mutual fund scheme, how it works. So based on that, it is divided into first one, close end funds. Close end fund has a name itself defines close. So here the investor has a time duration, has a particular amount which has to be fixed. So it is prefixed. A duration is prefixed. Once the subscription reaches the predetermined level, the entry of investor is closed. For example, if you see, the investors invest the money on fixed duration, on amount which is also fixed. So for example, advertisement given by a concern or asset management company, what they say in an advertisement, they say that the investors are given a 3-month time period, 3 months time period. The investment scheme valued amount is 50 lakh. The amount of scheme is 50 lakh. The time duration given for an investors to invest is 3 months. So here investor, those who want to invest in this scheme, they can invest in any amount. 1000 rupees ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು investors, 5000 rupees ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು invest ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, 10,000 rupees ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು invest ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. The any amount which is invested till it reaches 50 lakh. Once it reaches 50 lakh rupees, the scheme is closed. So investor investing amount for a concern with a particular scheme amount with a particular prefixed month. Once it reaches with a duration and the amount, the scheme is closed. So that is called as close-ended funds. So that amount which is invested, that is 50 lakh rupees, which is invested by different investors, small investor, to make that lump sum amount of 50 lakh. That 50 lakh is invested in some profit earning concern where it will get a return. So once that scheme is in, if you want again ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸನ್ನು, you cannot go for that because once it is closed, it is closed. Next they will fix when to give back a return, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 2 years, or it may be after 3 years. So they will get return after that particular year which is decided by the scheme. The scheme 2 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ 2 ವರ್ಷ ನಂತರ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ 3 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ after 3 years they will get back the return. So in this way it runs under the scheme. If suppose for example I have invested 500 rupees in that scheme of 5 lakh rupees scheme, 500 rupees, if I have to get return after 2 years, I'll get a return. If the scheme is for particularly 2 years, after 2 years I'll get the return 500 plus extra amount or extra return which is added up to a particular investment. So depending on individual contribution towards the scheme, you will get a return. Depending on my contribution, what I have contributed to that scheme, I'll get the return. That is close-ended fund. Next is open-ended fund. It is just the opposite of close-ended fund. Close-ended fund ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೋ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್, ನೋ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಎನಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕೋ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ interested, that time you can go and invest. It's just the opposite of close-ended fund ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, the investor are fixed with the duration, the investor are fixed with the amount. amounted scheme amount. But here, no such aspect, there is no limitation, there is no restriction. Whenever you want to purchase, ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಉಂಟು ಆಗ ಹೋಗಿ you can invest in a mutual fund. That is open-ended scheme. The scheme is open to all at any time. Third one, interval scheme. Interval scheme is a combination of close-ended scheme ಮತ್ತು open-ended. ಇದು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್-ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ರೇಕ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ means it is a break. So once the scheme is closed, in a middle of the scheme only, a close-ended scheme ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, once in a year they may return you the fund, once in 2 years they may return you the fund. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಫಂಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್. So combination of both open and close. So in a middle of a year, what they will do on an interval basis, on a break, 1 month ಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಆ ಸ್ಕೀಮನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. Those who are interested, they can invest on that particular month which is given. So interval scheme giving a break to a scheme. Once it is closed, it will run for 2 years to get back the return. Return significantly it will run for 2 years, or if it may run for 3 years to get a return, or it may run for 4 years to get a return. So here under the interval period scheme, what happens, they will give a break in a middle. They will give again a time. It may be 1 month time period, 2 months time period for the investors to get invested, or if they are interested to invest, they can do a investment on that particular time period. So that is related to interval. That is a combination of both open-end scheme and close-ended scheme. Next, second, on based of investment objective. ಸೊ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು, ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೇ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕು, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕು, ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಮೇ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಸಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೇಫರ್ ಸೈಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸೇಫ್, ಯಾವ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅವರ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರದ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್, ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್. ಅಂಡರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. Under that, first one, income scheme. It is just a generating of a regular income to a member, those who are going to invest. The main objective of this investor is to get a income on a regular basis. He expects a regular income from the scheme. Once whatever he has invested, he needs a regular income. So under a debenture is a main example. If you take under an income scheme, they are paid interest irrespective, even if there is a profit or even if there is a loss to a concern. Growth fund, the main objective of a scheme is to concentrate on long term. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕಾ, 2 ಮಂತ್ಸಿಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕಾ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಏಮ್ ಆನ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ನನಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತೇ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫಂಡ್. ಆನ್ ಅ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಫಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ shorter period, they are investing for a long term base. They concentrate on long term. The investor will be aiming to get return in lump sum. So ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಆ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಏಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೇ ರನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೇ ರನ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. When earns more profit, which leads to investor to earn more profit, that is concentrating on a long-term gain. So example is equity. Here equity, the concern, even if the concern is in the starting period, if it goes on for a year by year, the company or the concern may earn profit. When concern earn profit, automatically the investor, those who are invested in the equity fund, they will get high return because of the profit earned concern. Third one, balanced fund. It is a combination of income ಮತ್ತು growth ಇದು combination. Whatever is there in a income says that it is return is given on a short term basis, on a regular basis, monthly return kodudu. Here growth fund says that it concentrate on a long term gain. So the balance fund is a combination of income and growth fund. Fourth one, tax savings fund. Everyone, whoever are investing, we need to pay tax. If we are investing to any, we think of paying tax to the government. But mutual fund, under this scheme, there is a scheme, tax savings fund. Those whoever are invested in this type of fund need not pay. That is exempted from a tax. So it saves the tax of a person, or it saves the amount. The investor need not pay the tax here. So those who are investing under this type of fund, tax saving fund, they are exempted from paying a tax pay ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. So that is tax saving fund. The tax is saved by the investor. It is also called as ELSS, that is equity linked saving scheme. Next one, sector funds. So in our country, we see there are different sectors with automobile sectors, IT industries agbodu, industries of oil and gas industries. So different sectors are there. So in our country, so investors investing on a particular sectors only if a particular sector goes under a profit or a loss, then only it will affect on an investor. For example, I have invested in IT industry. ನಾನು IT ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. FNCGಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀ? ನೋ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ IT ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್. ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ಅ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್. Next one, specialized fund. This type of scheme is met special needs or special category people like pensioners and widows. So these type of people, these people are actually in need of a finance. So in the people or in the specialized person, they are actually in need of money, right? So to generate this fund or income, the investor, those who are investing like pensioners or the widows, when they are investing into a concern should be sensitive of these people, because ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಉಂಟು, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಉಂಟು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡಿಗೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ದ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್, they should think or they should be very sensitive of these people, because they should not go under a loss. Such type of people actually need some money or need some finance, so they should always think of generating the income to such people. So they are special categorized person goes under a specialized funds. Next one is gilt fund. Gilt fund refers to a low risk debt instruments like government securities, which ensures the prevention of capital along with moderate return. It refers, here the RBI works as not only the concern is in need of money, even the government of India needs some finance or needs some money. So government of India, what they do when there is a need of money, they refer RBI. Where they go to get money? RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So RBI, what they do, they collect from different investors through insurance ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, bankers ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, different ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ RBI, they will give a money or they will invest in a government. So when it is set as a government security, risk untali? No. So those who are investing in a business or a concern ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಉಂಟು, ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಉಂಟು. ಬಟ್ this case, gilt fund ali, as you are investing in a government sector, there is no chance of getting lost. There is a very less risk, no risk also we can say, because the government sectors are the sectors which ensures the safety for the people, those who are invested in a government schemes. Next one, money market fund. Money market fund are highly liquid in the case ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ಯಾಶಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ವಿತ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಸಚ್ as certificate of deposit which the bankers provides, treasury bills on behalf of government of India, commercial bills like bills receivable or bills payable, commercial papers which are given by the industries or the concerns. So all these certificates or the papers or the bills which can be converted easily to a cash. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶಿನ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಉಂಟಾ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್, that may be for a year, that may be for a 2 year, but ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ 1 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶಿನ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಬಿದ್ದು, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮನಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್. Third one, based on geographical, it is divided into 2, domestic fund and offshore fund. The name itself only you can identify. Domestic scheme, the schemes which is mobilized within a country, or the savings for the citizen of a country, within a country. Countryಯ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲಲ್ಲೇ within a country ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇದೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಅ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫಂಡ್. ಆಫ್ಶೋರ್ schemes which is connected to international schemes which are ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿ ಟು ದ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್. ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಅ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. The schemes which is related or the investment which is done outside the country, it is also called as international scheme. So investing in a international market, the concern or the business which is in a international market.